Hello, everybody. Back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Friday the 7th, and today was a lovely day outside. Didn't get a lot of sleep last night. Was just I don't know, it was a early morning, late night. It kind of goes through the charms, and then, the whole thing at life happens at times. So got up, got around, got a few things done. Just the day was gorgeous. I was inside making tea and just like bummed because tea takes forever. It's just like 15-minute intervals or 20-minute intervals. It just over and over all day long. And I know I should probably just make like a couple gallons at a time, put it away, but I'd rather just ruin one day than ruin like 2 hours of 5 days. So went ahead and just basically knocking that out and watching a little bit of YouTube and here and there and did some hang stuff. And I just kept looking at the weather and I'm like, I have this goal of 52 kayaking trips in 2017, and I also have a goal of 52 cigars by the water in 2017. I thought, I could probably knock the two of them out at the same time today. So, said to hell with it, stopped mid tea making in the process, and said to hell with the whole process. Took off, basically threw the kayak up on the truck and went down to the river because I have a truck that runs down. My fuel pump's working right, all that good fun stuff, and I could do that. So, went ahead, stopped by Napa on the way down to return to fuel line, which actually was sold as a brake line, but I used it as a fuel line and didn't need both of them. I bought two and I was able to get the one cut in half and done both my return lines. So that was cool. Ended up giving my grandfather a call, and that was just one of those situations where, yeah, it is what it is. It's one of those things I was thinking about last. It's just, I don't know, I was thinking about the whole concept of people and how my one grandfather who's still alive and never really was a teaching helpful grandfather and just didn't have a lot of concern about helping out others and that kind of thing. It's more for himself. It's still there. And another grandfather who, from all given accounts, was the most teaching wonderful man you could find, that would happily teach you anything he could, and if he didn't know how to do it, he would learn so then he could teach you, kind of thing. And he was gone when I was just a young child. So life seems unfair many times in life. So went ahead, talked to my grandfather still alive, because it's hard to talk to the grandfather's dead. But that call was, I don't know, interesting. Found out that he sold his last new truck he'll probably ever own in his life. He drove it 161 miles last year and didn't think it was worth paying insurance and tags on it for 161 miles. And he bragged about how great a deal he got on it, and which I told him numerous times. That was the last probably five trucks he's had. That's the one I liked. The color, interior options, all that stuff. Like, that was my favorite truck of all the ones he's had in the last five trucks. And I said, if you ever want to get rid of it, let me know. And every year he would keep it one more year longer, which usually every 2 to 4 years he'd buy a new truck. And he had this one for 10 years. So it was a 2007. And it had like less than 20,000 miles on it, I think. Like, it literally was not even driven at all, hardly. And I basically had said over and over again, hey, let me know when you go to sell it. I'd love to have an opportunity with this truck. And he told me that he sold it, and he came up with a price by walking into the car dealership that screwed him over many times in the past and said, how much will you give me for it? And they said, we'll give you X. And they said, well, okay, because if you try and sell it out somewhere else, you need to raise the price. It's worth way more than that, because they're going to mark it up another $5,000-$6,000 in the process and sell it on a lot. And my grandfather went out and basically, without calling me, didn't ask. He's known, I don't know, 50 times over the years, maybe 100 times. I told him I like to have this truck. I like to buy this truck if it ever comes up for sale, or even trade in, whatever. And he sold it to another gentleman's grandson for $500 more than the dealership offered him, which is $5,500 or $6,500 less than it's worth. And just, he bragged about how good a deal he got on it. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And I was just like, this is the second truck and the third car he's done that to me with, and a tractor and a welder and all this stuff. And I was like, makes no sense. And I'm not asking for free handouts from him. I'm just like, I'll pay you whatever that person's going to pay you before you say yes to them. Give me a call and I will say yes to that number also. Like, it's ridiculous. And he doesn't even give me the chance. So it is what it is. And it's just, I don't know. It really does unfortunately hurt me deep in my heart that that's the family, the hand I got dealt. But I have to realize that I cannot let that family change the rest of my life. I have to just move on and take responsibility for the person I want to be from here out. So went ahead, basically cut the call off after that, because I was like, I can't talk to this dude anymore. So I went ahead and said, hell with it, went on down to the intercoastal, dumped the kayak in the water, and paddled out. It was windy. It was like 15 plus mile an hour winds. It was ridiculous. The boat was tracking weird. I was getting pushed around everywhere. I couldn't keep the boat going straight. all that fun stuff that happens. Finally ended up lighting up the cigar. I had to hold the cigar down inside the boat to get it to light. It was funny. And every time I'd stop paddling to light my cigar or whatever, take a puff, I'd like drift sideways. It was ridiculous. I was taking 5 or 6 strokes on the right, and it was blowing me the wrong way, so I had to take a backstroke with my left hand to even go somewhat straight. Finally went down around the island, came back up and around. It was just windy over there. It was not quite as bad, a little bit of wind block, and found a little cove and just backed my boat up in the cove and just stabbed it onto some clam beds and just sat there and enjoyed the middle third of my cigar, maybe the middle half of my cigar, and absolutely just had a great time. Watched a bunch of little crabs crawling around next to me, and a bunch of hermit crabs and fiddler crabs and some gobies and some little fish and all kinds of cool little stuff right there around me. It was just a brilliant time. Like, absolutely had a blast. I'd never done that yet down here. It's just pulled up in a little cove somewhere in the salt water and watched these animals crawling around beneath me. There's just so much life out there in the ocean that's just amazing. I was just so excited. And I was heading back over, and it dawned on me I hadn't seen a dolphin. This was gonna be my first kayaking trip where I'd not seen a dolphin. It kind of bummed me for a moment. And like literally a minute later, a dolphin popped up, maybe 12 feet from my boat, maybe 15 feet from the boat, and then I saw like 4 of them paddle, just porpoising around me and stuff, and it was really cool. So got to see my dolphin again on it, which was awesome. I got out of the water and I got back, and there was a guy that was down this side. He just pulled up on his bike a little bit earlier and asked me to tow me up onto the sand so we can get my shoes wet. He gave me a tug up on the sand. And as I was unloading my stuff to put in the truck, Karen showed up. She saw my road ID where I was at, which kind of shocked me. I was like, "Who the hell?" I was like, I didn't realize she walked up behind me, and it kind of startled me a little bit. But we chatted for a little bit. She headed over to Mark's, and then I decided to go for my run. Ended up finding one of the little Facebook rocks. I guess they're painting rocks around here and that. So I found the rock. She told me I had to keep it, so I had to go back, get the rock, which wasn't a big deal. But got the little painted up rock thing and stuff. Got that done. We headed home, and basically just ended up like talking just about stupid shit. Like literally, I was getting ready to get in the shower, and I just like lay on the bed naked for like hours, as like we were watching like YouTube songs and dumb crap, and just talked about nothingness, a bunch of nothingness, which was awesome. And it was like 9:30 or some crap, and I was like, I gotta get in the shower. Like I've been laying here naked for hours, ridiculous. So got my shower. She got her shower, and we ended up eating. She had a cheese sandwich, which is whatever it is. I had some chips and salsa, and basically called it a night. So that's all we got for now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.